Congrats on the win. I know coming off on a pretty tough losing streak. What was kind of like the morale going into the game?
The group was ready. There was spirit out there. They're professionals, you know. The group knew what we had to do tonight. We fought from minute one. We wanted to be the aggressive team. We understood that. We had to flip the script. I think I said that earlier in my press conference. We had to flip that turnover, and we did it tonight. You know, our defense fueled our offense tonight. We turned them over for 31 points. Got out and ran 44 points in transition. We saw what we're capable of when we're playing with that type of energy, spirit, violence, whatever that is. What you saw there in the first two quarters and then even into the third quarter was a team that was committed to each other and playing the right way.
Coach, it seemed like it was nice to have Herb Jones back on the court tonight after missing the last three games. He was everywhere.
Yeah. Well, that's what Herb does. You know, he's everywhere. He fuels our defense. He covers mistakes. He's so active. I mean, to do what he did tonight, you know, Luka's a phenomenal player. To do what he did tonight defensively, he deserves a ton of credit. Belongs in the Defensive Player of the Year category, in my opinion. He has that type of effect on a game, and you saw that early on. He set the tone for us. I think B.I. and Z set the tone for us offensively, the way they shared it, they moved it, they trusted their teammates. I couldn't be more proud of those guys.
Yeah, we talked about assists before the game and the assist total. You did have 31 the other night. It just appeared that tonight's total was a little bit more impactful to the game. The way you shared the ball, is that what you envision night
That's
in
the
and
vision.
night out?
That's the hope. That's the goal right here, is that we're tougher to guard. We have plenty of weapons on the floor. If we trust each other, we space the floor. As I said earlier in our press conference, spacing is critical for us. And tonight we trusted our spacing. We got into our sets. We moved the ball. We shared it. Guys knocked it down. Even when we didn't make shots, we were there to gobble up some offensive rebounds or put pressure on them. So keeping our pace is really important, but also getting to our spots quickly and spacing and trusting each other is the vision for this, correct?
The starting lineup you guys threw out tonight, not a ton of three-point shooting, but I mean, how do you keep the floor spaced and do what you want offensively, even when there's not a ton of shooting?
Yeah, it's a good question. I mean, we're gonna. That group was fueled by our defense a lot. A lot of their stuff's going to be done in transition and flow. But you know, we're just going to have to get creative with how we space guys on the backside. We're going to cut. We can be at the rim a little bit more, as you saw Z and JV playing together in the two-man game at the rim. We got to get a little bit more creative with that group, which we have, and trust it. I mean, Herb's capable of knocking down shots. Dice can knock down shots. We trust them. We believe in them. And I think you saw that tonight. So, and then when we continue to add more shooting on the court, it's going to get even more interesting for our opponents.
And defensively, you guys started with Dyson on Luke and Herb on Lively. Can you just explain that decision and why it was effective for you guys in this game?
Well, I think we just wanted to slow them down early. We didn't stay in that coverage the whole time, but we wanted to give them a different look. As we talked about, you know, you got to mix up coverages. We thought, you know, putting that matchup there, we could switch their pick and roll with the five and maintain size on the big. They hurt us a little bit on the board early, but I think it slowed down their offense a little bit, and that's what we did tonight. We just broke up rhythm. We disrupted them. Guys were really committed to the game plan, what we wanted to do defensively, and I think you saw that.
You talked before the game about the importance of getting out in transition, scoring. The team ends up with 40-plus fast break points. I mean, what kind of fuel?
I'm assuming that's our high for the year.
Yeah,
it's got to be.
For a long time.
Yeah.
I guess what kind of fueled that tonight for you guys?
Well, I thought it was our activity defensively. I think we're capable of doing this. You know, we want to get out and run. We have the athletes and the speed to do this. Unfortunately, we haven't done it to this type of level in the last, I'd say, 4 games. So I think a lot of that was our defense. Obviously, we turned them over, right? 20 turnovers, we turned into 31 points, so we deserve a ton of credit there. But even the shots that we rebounded and we got stops out of, we're looking ahead, we're trusting each other, trusting the kick ahead. We got threes, we got rim, we had Z at the rim, we had kick-out threes. When we play at this pace, we're just going to be tougher and tougher to guard. It's just trusting it, and our guys really trusted and believed in it tonight.
Yeah, and Jordan had a pretty tough night a couple days ago and come out.
What did he do? He kept shooting the ball. What was he?
25 tonight, I think he ended up with. What does it say about
a lot of shots up, 12. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, what does it say about a rookie just to continue to shoot the ball the way he does no matter what?
Well, we want our guys to play with confidence, and Jordan's one of those guys. You don't have to tell him to shoot the ball. He has great confidence. So if he's open, knock it down, and we've seen a couple of games like this so far for a rookie. I think he's up there. I don't know what he's made, how many he's made as a rookie, but I think it's got to be up there as far as most threes made after your first 10 games. But when he's doing that, it spaces the floor. He plays with great pace. A lot of his stuff he's getting in transition. As you know, if you tried to run from one end to the other to get to the corner and shoot the ball, it'd be pretty tough. It's tough to do that. He's able to do that right now with his speed. So we love what he does for us. We love his confidence. That's why we drafted him. We believe in him.
Coach, just to talk about the defense a little bit more, one of the big things was, Dallas was not able to get those second chance points that they got in the first game that you played against them. And also, it seemed like you did a much better job of restricting their movement, keeping guys in front defensively and not allowing them to cut through the lane or find soft spots in the defense. Was there something that you worked on in the day?
There's a couple of things. Number one, they took pride in guarding their man one-on-one. I think you saw that physicality by Dyson and Herb. Even Z was out there on the perimeter, moving his feet, guarding one-on-one. That's the first thing. Secondly, when there's such a dynamic pick-and-roll team, they're one of the best pick-and-roll teams in the league. With Luka, Kyrie, it's tough. The part of our slowing them down was our switching, of their pick-and-roll, limiting the rotations on the backside. I think in the first game, we were rotating all night, and that's tough against a team like this. Tonight, we slowed them down with our switching, changing some matchups, so I think that's a big part of it. But the biggest part was just our overall physicality on the ball, our pride one-on-one to guard. When shot goes up, we were in better position to rebound tonight. So great effort by our guys defensively.
I thought JV had a really good game. Although, Dallas is a huge pick-and-roll team, easily kind of could have played him off the floor, but he was able to kind of stay in front of guys. Can you speak to his game today?
Yeah, I thought he was great. I mean, JV's been a pro all year. He's a fantastic player, and we knew tonight they were going to try to pick on him. They're going to try to go at him in the pick and roll, and even the ones he was in, I thought he competed. He was much better being up at the level and back and dropping and moving. I didn't see them getting downhill a whole lot on him. I can think of maybe one possession where Kyrie got by him and he turned the corner. But in general, he stays in front. He's active. He rebounds. He did a nice job for us offensively as well. As you saw, we posted him a little bit. He was able to make some plays out of the post for his teammates. He's had a real effect on this team this season on both sides, and he just stays with it. You think he's going to be run off the floor with his size, and he just finds a way to stay on the floor.
We talked about Brandon and Zion and just needing more from those guys. What did you think about the games they had?
Well, as I said, I thought they set the tone for us, offensively. Their ability to share the ball, move the ball, to me, set the tone offensively. That's where the assist started, trusting their teammates. B.I. was very aggressive getting downhill. He got to his spots. I thought Z had a transition game tonight that he's capable of. He got out in transition, found some easy stuff. I thought he just played the right way. That's the whole key right now with our team. It's just play the right way, make the right play for each other, trust each other, and this is what we're capable of. And I thought B.I. and Z both set the tone for us in that regard.
Kind of to that point, being able to get this win and snap that 5-game losing streak, and even winning in the manner that you did, putting the complete 48 minutes together, you think this is something that kind of springboard the team forward, knowing what they're capable of when they play the right way, like you said?
Well, it's our choice to do that. This is a choice, right? I think we're capable of doing this. Now we got to respond. We responded to our last loss the right way. Good teams, great teams respond to wins too. There's another game in a couple days against a very good team. In a couple days. Can we build on this? Absolutely. But we don't want to rest on this, and it's one game. We responded the right way. Now we got to respond to a win the right way on our home court. I think that's on Friday night. Yeah.
Coach, you might be interested in this defensive stat, but we've got a first time tonight in franchise history, and the first time in the league this season, all 5 starters had at least 4 assists and 1 steal. And it's only happened 3 times since the start of the 2005-06 season.
All our starters had 4 assists and 1 steal. They're capable of doing that. It's special. I mean, they had a special night. Now the goal is to continue to build on that and keep competing. I thought they were fantastic. They deserve a lot of credit.
All right, thanks.
Good. Thanks, everybody. Thanks, guys.
In relation to this evening, your backcourt has been playing some terrific stuff in terms of Rozier and LaMelo and the perimeter shooting of Gordon Hayward. But you mentioned Jokic there as well, himself, and obviously Paul Millsap as well. That's the big threat to really get at him underneath the boards and stop their dominance.
I didn't get the whole question. You're asking about Millsap and Jokic?
Yeah, to stop their dominance while also capitalize on your perimeter shooting.
Yeah, I mean, our guards, that's a strength of ours. Our guards got to continue to play well and get to the rim and make the right play, share the ball, and knock down shots as well. But they got to participate in slowing down Millsap and Jokic tonight as well. They're a major part of that. Letting those guys just play in the post and offensive rebound, it's tough one-on-one, that matchup. We're going to have to use our guards to get in there and dig out rebounds and dig in the post and make it difficult on those guys. So, our big guys have their hands full tonight. Just the one-on-one matchup, the rebound matchup against their bigs is going to be a challenge enough. We need our guards to get in there and defend and dig and rebound with us as well.